Hello, I'm Commissioner Banter, and welcome to the front office. If you were watching this, it means you either been lucky enough to be added to the NFL family, or you were born into it, like the little Nepo baby you are. Anyways, there is a lot of responsibilities to take care of during the draft process, and I'm going to help you with managing what to do and where to do it. During this instruction video, you will be taught the processes of how to submit your picks and draft board, how to submit a trade, the trade inspection itself and what a trade goes through to pass, and finally, what office appliance I am willing to offer for the Devin White program. This is going to be a wild ride, but with determination and my guidance, we can make it through to the end of the journey together. So, let's get started, shall we? Part 1. The draft process. This year is going to be way different than other years, as instead of our fast 3 to 4 round drafts that we get done in a day, we got ourselves the whole shebang this go around. Yes, all 7 rounds to work through. More than what we have for the first 2 drafts combined. Which means we're not doing this in one day. We're talking probably 3 days minimum to complete, with majority of the teams on the ball and on time. So, how do we keep things going? Well, thanks to the testing of some of our league executives on a mock off season, we have a lot of ways to make this process run smoothly. Firstly, how do you submit your draft pick? It's simple procedure. You just message me or any of the other active mods at the time, and we will make the selection official. I would say you can send your pick with carrier pigeon, but our league office is in New York. The pigeon's gonna get lost, and I don't think you want to lose a carrier pigeon in New York. That's impossible to find. Secondly, this is optional, but the league heavily suggests that you have yourself a big board or at minimum a wish list of players you'd like for your picks. Not only does it keep your thoughts and game plan organized, but if you send them to me or any of the moderators at the league office, we can auto pick for you while you're away, or if you're unable to make it for like a day or something. It makes the process go 10 times as quick as the other alternatives. Third and lastly, with the slow draft, there will be timers for a lot of the selections made. The first round will not have a hard count of any kind, but we still want things to move quickly, so please move as fast as you can. For the second and third round, we will have a 1 hour hard timer. And for the rest of the rounds, 4 through 7, we will have a 30-minute hard timer. Once that time is up, and there is not a board to pull from provided by you, the moderation team will make a selection for you, but we will base it on whatever you picked beforehand. If you do have the board, however, we will base your selection on the board you provide for us, and we'll make it right as the timer goes, or if it looks like you're not going to be available within the time frame, we will make the pick early. The draft will start on Saturday, April 5th at 2 p.m. EST, and we will go on until midnight EST. For every day after that, we will operate at an 11 a.m. EST start to midnight EST end, until the draft is officially complete. During the active window, the timer will be enforced in standard procedure goes. But for the inactive window, the timers will not be enforced, but picks can still be made if the team's GM is available at the time. With all of the systems in place, we can make the draft experience not only fun, but quick to keep everything going at a good pace. Part 2. Submitting a trade. Trading is a crucial part of many aspects in life. Trading money for goods, trading your dog's toy for the newspaper he stole, trading incriminating evidence on others to reduce my own sentence. Okay, fine. I'll give up. It was Jerry Jones who was the one that embezzled that money from the orphanage. I meant someone else's own sentence. Why was that in the script? Stanley's never gonna write again under me. Hell, even many of the deals your CEO father had to make so you can even be existing in the NFL is a form of trading. So, not to disappoint your family name, I'm here to teach you how to trade. First, what you need is a trade partner. If you can't find one, then by God, you are not going to last in this world. Yes, like Stanley. I mean, if you do manage to find someone interested in your wares enough to have a deal agreed upon, though, then you and the other party will submit a trade form. There will be a link to the form right in the server mock draft chat. Just click the link and fill out the form. First, state your team and your username, then what you are going to give in the deal. For how to submit each individual asset in, you sequence the 2025 picks to say the round and pick number, future picks as just the year and the round, and for players, make sure you put the position in front of their name, just like this. Next up, just state the other team in the trade and their assets they decide to give to you. If there is a condition on any of the picks, please state that in the conditions tab right at the bottom of the sheet. Once you and your trade partner does that, the trade request goes through this funny little thing called Part 3, the trade process. Once both parties submit a trade form, the trade goes under inspection of sorts. These inspections will be conducted by me, along with the help from the moderation team on the server. First, we check if the trade is compliant with each team's salary caps, if there's players involved. If you don't have the money to make the deal work, that deal gets immediately voided. If it passes step 1 in the process, however, then it goes into the realism review. There's a lot that goes into this, so to help you out, we will show you some examples of what trades would get denied in this step. For our first example, we showcase a trade between the average Jets GM and this lucky Texans executive. Hey, Casario, this is the Jets GM.
What do you want this time?
Well, I wanted to give you the chance to make dreams come true. How about I interest you in a little Sauce Gardner?
Oh, well, yeah, I'd want that. What's that going to cost?
I was thinking just a humble third rounder. Think of it as a discount, so you could really get the fans forget about that Laramie Tunsil
What do you want me to
trade.
do? Yes, obviously, I will take that. And I appreciate the discount, too.
It's no big deal. We didn't want to pay him, and Brick didn't like how he stole his spot in the lounge room. Speaking of the devil, he's calling right now. I'll get the paperwork in by the hour. Thank you for the deal, brother.
No, dude, thank you for this deal. I really do appreciate it. This is amazing. Hello? Sauce for 89. I don't know, man. He's off his meds. What do you want me to say?
So, I hope I don't have to explain why this is wrong, but for clarity's sake, This trade is drastically unrealistic. From the high quality player who had no trade rumors to speak of being dealt, and the lack of haul with the reasoning behind said haul, it's just so wrong. For trades that would pass inspection for players at this stage, the player need to either be a part of a major trade rumor similar to like Trey Hendrickson, or are essentially role players or an excess on the position. Player trades during the draft aren't common, so please exercise restraint in trading everyone like you're trading cards to your friends in elementary school. With that being said, we do have one more example for you specifically for draft picks. This time between a Chargers executive and a Giants representative. Okay, come on, pick up. Yellow. Hey Giants, this is the Chargers. We're looking to trade up for 3. What would it cost for us to go up? We missing out on a quarterback anyways. Would you do pick 86 straight up? Sure. We'll do that. Perfect. We'll get the form submitted. Thank you for the deal. You just took a massive weight off our shoulders. Well, thank you. Seems like we need to use some top 30 visits on Carter and Hunter then. Hey Drew, we'd like to book a visit for Abdul Carter. Why? Well, you are not going to believe this. For this case, all I gotta say, this is a classic Joe Shane move. To put it simply, this trade will get nuked immediately, for the obvious reason of it ruining realism and automatically making this draft less fun for everyone overall. If you're going to do pick trades, it's best to either use real life trades from previous drafts to sort of make the skeleton for one in here, or use a trade chart like this one made by Rich Hill. Once a trade passes this inspection, though, the trade will be finalized and made official via trade announcement in the server mock draft chat. Everything would be changed accordingly on the sheet, and you can hold your head high that you made an executive decision for once in your life. Part 4. The Devin White Program. For as long as I was made commissioner in this league, the one thing I can hold my head up high with, we make sure our players have opportunities to work and use their skills once they decide to hang up the cleats. A couple years ago, the Devin White program was unofficially born when the Buccaneers traded him to the league office for a state-of-the-art coffee maker. After him turning into Employee of the Year after all was said and done, the official program was born, with the second year it being called Tech for Them and Damari Mathis getting his spotlight. This program gives teams the chance to get rid of, help the players adjust to after football jobs by working in an NFL office in New York. For teams putting a player through the program, they get a little bit of cap relief on top of some office appliances. This year marks the 3rd year of the program, and we got something special for you guys. Partially due to some incident which occurred during free agency, and with the special case of the growth of the program itself, we decided to give a whole 2 items instead of 1. Now, for our first item, we got something essential. Thanks to Target, we provide you a whole office chair. Totally good to replace that 40-year-old chair that's been on its last legs for the past 5. While our first one is not flashy, The second item will sure to rock your socks off. For the second player, you can get this restored electric printing telegraph from 1834. Think of it as the first fax machine ever put on this fine little earth. Both of these essential pieces of equipment will be up for grabs. All you have to do is message me about a player you'd be interested in sending to the Devin White program, and what appliances you'd want, or if you don't mind for either one. Now you should know how to, at minimum, function in your front office and finally prove to your infinitely more successful parents that you are not the complete failure and can actually operate something. I hope to see you on Saturday. Happy scouting, happy trading, and happy drafting.